We'll begin with the fuselage, specifically the engine and its compartment. Cover only the dry vacuum pump. You don't need to cover the other engine components, but try to avoid spraying any belts or filters. We've selected the 45-degree wand here. The straight 4mm flexi wand is great to treat bulkheads and support structures. We've begun treating the engine with a short burst to reach all areas. Continue the process to the other side of the engine. Using the bullet tip, you will have the option to spray ACF 50 as you would with an airless spray gun. It produces a fine spray, allowing for a more direct approach. The amount of material used will vary depending on the condition of the aircraft. Older planes will require more ACF 50 and additional attention to detail. To determine proper coverage, visually inspect the treated surfaces for a wet, shiny appearance. Moving to the nose gear and wheel well, the process is again simplified by using the 45-degree wand to fog the area. Fog this area, ensuring micro switches, solenoids, and actuators are lightly coated. Let's move on to the cabin and cockpit floor. Remember to leave the doors open while spraying this area. This will prevent the material from settling on the vinyl or fabric inside the cabin. Begin by loosening the rug and plastic floor coverings. This will enable access to floor structures. Start by fogging all the areas through the access plates into the belly of the aircraft. Use the 360 flexi wand fed through each floor plate and spray for 6 or 7 seconds, ensuring proper coverage. It's important to apply the material in short bursts while turning the wands in various directions at the same time. Next, treat the door, latch, and hinges using the 4mm wand. Insert the 1/4 inch flexi into the door frame at the latch point as far as you can and fog the entire frame. The base of the door frame is an area of high corrosion. It won't take long to get the feel for this process, and your efficiency will improve with time and experience. To treat the fuselage, access the area through the tail stinger or the bulkhead just forward of the vertical stabilizer. Use the 1/4 inch 8-foot wand for this area. Several passes will be required to treat this large space. In some aircraft, access to the fuselage is easier through the baggage compartment bulkhead. O2 fittings and autopilot servo should be covered at this point. Remember to avoid directly spraying these sensitive components. If you should inadvertently drench the servo clutch, clean it with an approved contact cleaner. Now that we're done with the fuselage, let's treat the wing and tail assembly. With the 1/4 inch diameter 8-foot wand detached from the spray gun, insert it into the forward lightning hole as far as it will go. Some trial and error will be necessary to find the exact route. Turn the rod toward the leading edge using the direction pin. Using the quick disconnect attachment, connect the rod to the gun. It's important to use this connection sequence when using any of the long wands. Begin the fogging process by pulling the trigger all the way back as you gradually withdraw the wand. While in the same lightning hole, repeat the process with the wand turned toward the trailing edge or the 9 o'clock position using the direction pin. Move the wand to the aft lightning hole and make the same 2 passes, fogging forward and aft. To treat the strut, insert the 3/8 inch hemispherical flexible wand into the strut as far as it will go. Begin fogging and slowly draw the wand out. You will see the fogged ACF 50 emerging from the strut. Next, with the insulation removed, treat the wing root using the 1/4 inch by 360 wand with short bursts. To treat the ailerons and flaps, simply insert the 1/4 inch or possibly the 3/16 8-foot wand into the gap at the trailing edge. Choice of wand diameter here is determined by aircraft type. Position the pin so it is pointing forward into the structure and begin fogging. To treat the horizontal stabilizer, insert the 4mm flexible wand into the lightning holes and fog the entire structure. To treat the elevator, simply insert the wand into each of the folded stiffener gaps and fog the structure. To treat the vertical stabilizer, insert the wand into each of the lightning holes and fog each interior cavity. The rudder is treated in the same manner as the elevator. Be sure to treat all the attachment points and structures at the base of the vertical and horizontal stabilizers. And there you have it. For some aircraft, you'll find additional access points through inspection ports or number 30 rivet holes. Use the flexible wand with the special 4mm end to fog these areas. This is the basic method used for treatment using the fogging effect in almost all of the wing and tail sections. Your goal is to treat as much of the aircraft's interior metal space as possible. Flaps, rudders, ailerons, and stabilizers are prime areas for corrosion to occur, so thoroughness counts. The challenge here is a test of your own ingenuity to find the best access to the internal structure of the aircraft. You will also need to determine if you are using too much or too little fogging or material. The rule of thumb is to look for excessive material coming through the lap joints or trailing edge openings. If this happens, try fogging the structure for a shorter time or try engaging the material supply trigger on your spray gun less often. The treated surface should show a nice wet sheen after being properly fogged.